Good player. To St Albans Reserve Grand Final Day, GDFL Under-18 Balan Holden Cup. Both sides on the ground, National Anthem just been played. I'm Eric Nichols, I'm joined by David Cook. Good morning. Absolutely, and doing special comments as well as writing up for the advertising. Good morning, Peter Kelly.
Good morning, Eric and David. Doesn't the grand final? It's just it's a great atmosphere, isn't it?
Something different altogether. It's different to every other game of the year, and Cookie, no excuses. Conditions absolutely perfect.
If you can't get a kick today, you should take up something else, Eric, because it's a beautiful day. It's a little overcast, but that's fine. There's hardly any wind at all. The flag's just drooping very saggily, you might say, because look at them over there. They're just going straight down the pole. And the ground's in tip-top condition, and we should have a good game on our hands here in the first grand final in the morning between North Geelong and Bannockburn and the under-18s. The third's the Balan Holden Cup.
History tells me they've played 4 times for the season. They're 2 apiece, so this is the decider, as well as the grand final.
This is the one that counts.
So teams moving toward their positions. Umpires for today's game. Central umpires Brendan Beveridge, Bill Harrison, Darren Bubb. Boundary umpires Matthew Quarrell, Paul Warrener, Ryden Grossman. And goal umpires Matthew Robertson and Gary Pearson. Good luck to the men in white as Michael Rowe, the runner for the North Geelong side, goes past our broadcast position. They'd love to have him out in the ground.
He plays all right, doesn't he?
Oh yes. Member of our team of the year in the seniors this year. As the umpires now checking to make sure that everything is in order. People other than the players off the ground. Not too sure who's kicking where. We'll have to. Well, looks like North Geelong kicking to the school end, the northern end.
Big David Grossman, 13 for Bannockburn. He's going to do the ruck work at the centre bounce, Eric. You can pick that one out.
Looks like Anthony Armistead for North Geelong. He's a big lump of a boy.
He's a big lump. He's got a bit more meat in him too than the Grossman. So
Yes. So
the mid-air clash did prove fatal.
Yes, good start. So the umpire moves to pick up the footy. Cookie, the honour of calling the first ball.
Thanks very much, Eric.
You can open from the southern end.
Okay, very slow left arm. Umpire, just check everyone's right. And Michael Rowe's out there straight away. You reckon they remember the message and then start again. Here we go. That'll be Armistead versus Grossman in the ruck. And Armistead dumped it forward for North Geelong. Got quite a few metres on it too. A chance for a teammate there might have been Mays to run on the footy. Here's a chance coming through there. That was Connor Dillon, the half-forward flanker. Couldn't gain possession. Series of hand passes. Oh, he did a great tackle. Bannockburn had the hand passes going there, and involved in that was the little fella in Arnold, but taken away. And Bryant, the captain of North Geelong, Jared Bryant, will take the free kick on the grandstand side, right on the wing.
So Bryant kicks towards half forward for North Geelong. No mark there. Ball comes to ground. Picked up there by McKnight. He's dispossessed immediately. Well, it's pretty tough in the clinches there as the ball comes back by hand to Brown for North Geelong. Kicks towards the forward pocket. There's a whistle on play. It's going to the defence. Looks a bit like Hutchison down there. Oh, terrible kick straight in the arms of young Jones. Can he get the first score of the day? Kicks it long towards the full forward position. Didn't quite make the distance, and mark taken in defence by Bannockburn. Oh, that's a terrible kick, and the ball's been intercepted there. That looks like Josh Lansbury for North Geelong.
Yes.
Hyphen.
The hyphen, Lansbury love. Lansbury Low, in fact. Josh Lansbury Low. Well, that's two poor kicks out of defence by Bannockburn. They got away with the first one because Son of Sid couldn't quite make the distance. He will in a year or two, Eric.
Oh, absolutely.
But on this occasion, Josh Lansbury Lowe has
Ooh.
got hold of the footy, and he's made him pay the ultimate penalty too, because he put the first goal on the board for North Geelong. They've gone to 1 goal straight, 6 points. Bannockburn have yet to score. Time check, we've played 2 minutes of the first term.
So we're very capable kick, Kel.
He's been amongst the better players in recent weeks too. Having a look at the sheets on a Saturday night. So yeah, and he's been getting the odd 2 or 3 goals too. So he might be one to watch.
Yes, absolutely. So it's a great start for North Geelong. 2 minutes has taken them. They have a goal on the board. Bannockburn yet to score. The big fellas will meet again in the middle. And fantastic knockdown by Armistead for the first ball up. We go again. Ball up in the air. Ruckman go. This time, good work there by Grossman for Bannockburn, but North Geelong at the drop of the footy are doing well. Has kicked along the ground. This fella can play a bit. Bartlett kicked out wide to Elsie. Gee, attacked the footy, picked it up. Oh, done it too easily. On the left foot towards full forward, but a little bit too strong for his teammate there. Dropped the footy. North Geelong, they come back on it. That looked a little bit like Watts it was for North Geelong. Gee whiz.
Great goal.
Fantastic effort from Brady. Watts has kicked his first, and the second for North Geelong. They go to 2 goals, 12. Bannockburn yet to score. 3 minutes gone, first quarter of the grand final.
Good start, very good start too, isn't it? That's what you need in the big one. They've settled a bit quicker, haven't they, North?
Yeah, they've got players getting
With
involved.
yeah,
So
numbers.
even off the ball, they're getting themselves involved in the game. They're not standing around spectating. So back to the centre. It's 1-1 in the centre. Armistead and Grossman 1 each on the scoreboard. North Geelong are 2 goals straight, and Bannockburn have yet to score. 3.5 minutes gone to the first term. The umpire sets it aloft again this time. One there to the big fella for North Geelong in Armistead. Dumped it forward. Ball chopped off. Kicked out towards the centre wing out wide. Running onto it, Rowan Padani, the skipper for Bannockburn. Can't quite pick it up. He's worn like a glove out there. That's Cam Fletcher right there with him. And he pushed the ball over the boundary line away from Padani. Have a boundary throw in the far side of the ground, but the flags are dead set drooping. There's no breeze out there at all this morning.
Young Fletcher has played an odd senior game, Cookie, with the North Geelong side. Fine talent.
They don't mind giving them a run of the ones out there at North.
No, that's great.
2 or 3 games for a bit of experience and bring them back.
Well, from the ball in on the centre wing, it's to centre half forward for Bannockburn. Player had the head down to pick it up. Picked up there for North by Rafty. He kicks looking for the safety of the boundary. There's the last goal kicker, Lansbury. He can't pick the footy up. Contest there. Umpire puts the whistle on play, says, I'll have it. So very close to the boundary line between centre wing and half forward flank for Bannockburn. Kicking to the southern end in this first quarter. Ball in the air. Grossman gets the tap down, but at the drop of the footy, there's a tackle by Bartlett is not fair, said the umpire. And I think there's been a few words said out there. So I guess even at under 18 level, they've got to learn, Cookie. The umpire's in charge.
You're always in charge. Any level you play. That was a good decision, I thought.
Oh, yes.
Because Padani made all the running and was tackled and propelled into the ground. It was a very poor tackle. I think it might have been Callum Bartlett, was it?
Yes,
very poor
yes.
tackle, and Rowan Padani takes the free kick and takes the 8 of the 50 metres, which looked a little bit short to me.
Yeah, don't think
about 33, I'd reckon.
Don't think we'll buy any land from that fella.
But the distance is not a problem. As Padani comes in, the skipper, they need this one. Bannockburn, he shoots at goal, he's skewed up the foot a bit, but the umpires come back to the centre. He's got the 4 points on the board. Bannockburn get there first, just 5.5 minutes into the first term. North Geelong got 2 on the board, no points, so it's 12 plays 6 at 5.5 minute mark with North Geelong in front.
So we've got a contest, Cal, I think, with both sides now scoring.
Oh, look, I think there's so many talented players in both sides, Eric. You wouldn't expect it to be a one-sided affair, would you?
No, certainly not. As the ball conveyed back to the umpire in the middle of the ground, we'll get underway once again. Very important, these centre clearances. As the umpire moves to the circle, ball goes in the air. This time Grossman tapped down. Nice work in the midfield there by Bannockburn. Quickly to full forward, picked up there by Hickleton. Great handball to the running player in Hose. His kick is intercepted in the last line of defence by Cox for North Geelong. Goes wide, misses the mark, picked up there by McKnight. He's done well early. Gee, they're good presence there by the Bannockburn forwards. They're working very hard to keep the ball inside that forward 50. Finally picked up by Cox again. Goes wide. Lansbury dropped the mark. Follows up. Picks it up. Hook over the shoulder towards the centre wing. Standing his ground there was Grossman. Can't take the mark for Bannockburn. Butters it along the ground. Can't pick it up. I think players are more than happy to just see it over the boundary line here. Not off a foot. So the ball will be thrown in. 7 minutes gone in the first quarter. 2 goals plays, 1 goal. North Geelong in front.
It was Lee Perkins got the ball out of the centre of that from that tap down. Boy, got he did very well. I'll keep my eye on him during the day. The umpire throws it back in. Armistead dumped it forward. A chance for Matty Watts at half back to clean up for Bannockburn. He's under pressure, got a hand pass across to Mays. He lost the footy in the tackle. The ball's propelled further along. North Geelong just kept it running along the boundary line there with good pressure because Bannockburn had 2 or 3 possessions, weren't able to get the feet to the ball, and eventually it's gone out of bounds half forward flank. They probably got 30 or 40 metres out of that just through pressure area.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what it's all about, Cookie, isn't it? You need to keep pressure on the footy. There's a handball came out to O'Brien. Another handball to Bannockburn. They're starting to run. This is much better. It's a wide open forward line at the present time. Ball to centre half forward. Hickleton can't take it. Picked up by Hall. He's dispossessed. Ends up in the arms of Biskin. Biskin goes goalwards. Has a pot shot from 35 out on the left foot. Unfortunately has missed.
One opportunity, Kel.
Yeah, it was.
Much pressure there. Left footers,
you can.
I was just about to yell, I love left footers, he missed it.
Yeah, so 1-1 Bannockburn. They trail North Geelong 2 goals. As the short kick in has come to back pocket for North. It's maybe something wrong with the footy or the kicking, but it's picked up there by Padani. He goes back towards the forward pocket for the Bannockburn side. North defence, they're under a bit of pressure, and real pressure there as Cox tried to just steer it along the boundary line, a little too powerful. No left foot, good point.
Outside of the right and made too good a contact in the finish.
So I don't know what's happened here.
It's out on the full.
Well, they played on, I think, and the umpire wasn't permitting that.
He took the free kick anyway, and he got it short to Hickleton, who's out of the lead. He's taken the mark in the forward pocket. Half forward flank area. Look, he's the man on the mark's probably standing about 30 metres out from goal, so distance shouldn't be a problem. He's on a pretty tight angle.
50 odd goals for the year, this young man, so I think he's a goal kicker.
Okay, let's see. He's in the right forward pocket. A beautiful view of this. He's trying to. Well, he's actually miskicked it. I don't think he tried to torpedo. He miskicked it, and it went through for a minor score, and it was never going to get anything else. So another opportunity missed there for Bannockburn. They're 1-2-8. Trailing North Geelong 2 goals straight. In the first quarter of the grand final, we've played 9.5 minutes.
So ball comes in quickly to Fletcher in the back pocket. He plays on quickly to Biviano. North by hand to Marnie, and the ball well worked to centre wing. And here in front of our broadcast position, Bartlett back into the middle of the ground. I don't know about the direction there, but at ground level, terrific work by the captain, Bryant. Handball to advantage, picked up by Davey. He's tackled. The ball spills out and comes again. Oh, there's a whistle on play just as North Geelong took off goalwards, and the free kick has now been paid, and it will go to Padani. Is it Padani? No, I think it might be Watts back there.
The tackle was rewarded. The second tackle, he just handed it off with
his
hands, and the umpire right on the job. Did it beautifully. The kick down towards half back. The target out there is Jane Mace. He's good enough to go back with the flight of the footy. Takes the mark as Jones stands the mark. Mace kicks a little high. Got a bit close into the man on the mark.
Oh,
2 players flew against one another there. High flyer was Padani. Couldn't take the mark. Hand pass comes out in the direction of Armistead. He's got the ball forward into the forward pocket. The little fella's got it up here. Swings around on the right foot, kicks it into the goal square. Oh, good mark. Back with the flight of the footy. Lee Perkins. A very good grab in defence, and immediately Bannockburn switched to the other side of the ground.
Yes, they're away, Bannockburn. I have got numbers, Cal. It's picked up there by Broom. He's tackled. Comes to... can't quite see who that was. The ball very quickly is at centre half forward for Bannockburn. Picked up in defence by Hall for North Geelong. He's dispossessed. Handball comes out to Badani. Gee, hasn't he been conspicuous early? He goes goalwards. He's tackled as he put the ball to the foot, and the tackle has caused the ball to spill over the boundary line. Boundary umpire 75, 80 metres behind. So the ball, even at kids level, moves very quickly.
They moved that ball beautifully, didn't they? Took it out the far side and brought it back through the corridor. And eventually Badani had the shot on goal, but just got a little bit excited, I think. He just needed to make sure he made better contact with the foot, and he kicked it awkwardly, and it went went out of bounds in the forward pocket. Back into play, Armistead up in front. Got the knock down to the ground. Here's a chance though for, might be Biscuit, is it, the little fella? Tweaks the ball back to centre half forward. Standing his ground take. Just read it beautifully, Jared Bryant for North Geelong. He took the mark at centre half back. He goes to the outer side. I thought he was going to come the grandstand side. He actually goes straight up the middle. Looking to the target there, and Watts, he couldn't take the mark. Series of hand passes for Bannock. They've used the hand passing very well early on in the first term. Kicks it up in the air later, Woods half forward. The spoiler, well done Cam Fletcher. The ball now rebounds to the centre wing position. Here's a chance to take a mark. Cameron Brown's got it for North Geelong, and he puts them into attack.
Yes, and running with the ball is Davey, eludes a tackle, goes goalwards. I tell you what, it's a fine effort from North Geelong. Daniel Davies kicked his first, and gee, they moved that ball beautifully from half back, and they've kicked their third goal. 3 goals straight, 18 North Geelong, 1-8 for Bannockburn.
They worked hard there too, and I'm impressed so far too with Callum Bartlett. Just a couple of little things there. He's getting his body in there.
Not too sure. Is he the lad that represented Victoria at under 16 recently?
Oh, he might have been.
Yeah, gee, he's a polished player, isn't he? Moves very nicely. Conditions.
3 shots apiece on the scoreboard, Eric. And
Yep.
Geelong have got 3 straight.
Yes.
And 1 goal, 2 to Bannockburn, and also 1 out of bounds. So Bannockburn certainly had their chances. North Geelong making the most of every opportunity in their forward line.
And conditions really suitable for good footy, and that's what we're getting at the moment. Is Grossman, that's a tap down for Bannockburn. They're getting a few taps in there, but they're not really clearing the ball out of the middle, as Warpal was tackled immediately. There's finally the ball kicked around the corner by Broom, but intercepting there was the big fella Cox. Goes to the centre of the ground. Standing his ground was Willard. Good mark. Goes out wide. Player on his own, O'Brien. Takes the mark. Decides to run. Has a bounce. Now on the left foot towards half forward. Gee, it's a nest of North Geelong back there. As, players overrun the footy, and North, the advantage of numbers is not going to be with them, as player held without the footy there. Play on, said the umpire, and now...
He should have got one, I think, there.
How do you pronounce that one, Eric?
Rathy.
Rathy. Okay. He was pretty ill-importantly tackled. Should have got the free kick from behind the umpire. First mistake that made. From the ball up, Padani has a snap out of the pocket, kicks it across towards the goal. Ziggleton's in attendance here. He pays for the free kick. Should have gone for the ball a bit harder, my son. Unfortunately, he didn't get the ball or the free kick. The ball was kicked out towards the back pocket, still in the attacking zone of Bannockburn. A hand pass came out of the pack. Player under a bit of pressure there. Hickled it was. Went a bit out of that time. Lost the footy though. Turned it over to Jared Bryant, the captain of the North Geelong side. Kicks out towards the wing. A chance there. Got a bad bounce there. But Davey kicked the last goal. It set up Bannockburn. The kick just too well weighted for Willard. Couldn't take the mark. Still have numbers, Bannock. Good run from down the half back line. Sees the ball kicked to the half forward line. But a mark taken by the big fella Armistead, and he'll repel the attack for North Geelong.
I think he thought about running on, but decided not to, and the kick has been intercepted by Watts. He's gone goalwards from inside 50. Terrific. Oh, hit the post. Fantastic running effort by Matt Watts for Bannockburn. Another behind. 1 goal, 3-9. Bad kicking's bad footy. Might pay later. 3 goals straight North Geelong, as Cox kicks the ball in defence for North Geelong to Turner in the back pocket. He goes wider. They're just controlling the footy at the moment. Rathy takes the mark half-back flank for North. Now, not too sure where to go. Looking for some options further up the ground. Bannockburn have manned up. Rathy now. Nice kick along the boundary line. In the way there, Grossman should have taken that mark, didn't. At the back of the pack, North Geelong now. The quick kick towards half forward. Oh, attacking the football well. That was Watts. He goes goalwards at Elsie there. Well defended there by Fry. Now, Fry, he picks it up. He takes them on, but tries to kick it along the ground. Oh, gee, North in the van here is picked up there by Bartlett. He can't get clear. Now that, shocking handball, went straight to the opposition, picked up by Arnold. But his kick is equally poor. Lansbury to Elsie, and Elsie just on 50. I reckon I've seen this young man kick goals from this distance at senior level, so I don't know that distance is going to be a problem. At 16 minutes into this first quarter, Todd Elsie for North Geelong.
Again, you see the goal missed at one end by Bannockburn. It's up the other end now, and Todd Elsie has a chance to put the 4th straight on the board for North Geelong. Taking plenty of time, gets himself balanced, just runs to the right a bit. He hooks it around, it comes back. The goal umpire waits, he stands and delivers a minor score. He just ran to the side and tried to hook it back.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
Did him in the end, unfortunately. So Elsie gets the first minor score for North Geelong. They're 3-1, which is 19. Bannockburn 1-3, which is 9.
You've done well. You've done well. So that's a timely goal late in the first quarter for Bannockburn. Brings them right back into the competition. So about a minute to go in the quarter. Maybe if they can move it quickly from midfield, an opportunity for either side to increase their score before quarter time.
Elsie's on the ball. He's gone into this centre bounce. Armistead to do the ruck work against Grossman.
Done well, the ruckman. They've rucked the whole quarter, and I think Grossman got the tap down, but it went to Bartlett. He's away. Oh, ran a long way. The long kick to the forward pocket for North Geelong. Ball doesn't bounce kindly, and terrific smother there for North. Take the ball toward the boundary, and in front of the Bannockburn interchange box. The boundary umpire will take hold of the football and bring it back into play. 19 and a half minutes gone, not long towards quarter time. It's a nice throw in. Grossman, second effort, good in the ruck. Comes down, the kick comes towards centre wing, and in front there was O'Brien for Bannockburn. Chips it inboard. Oh, he had his back to the play there, Arnold there, but they do well. North intercept. There's handball under pressure from Brown, and Padani ends up with the footy as a result of a handball for Bannockburn. Kicked over the head of the team player who's running as Hose. The time's going to beat them. It is quarter time. And at quarter time, North Geelong 4-1-25, lead Bannockburn 2-3-15. Centre half forward playing on quickly is Biskin. He kicks short. Mark dropped there by that was Hose. And they're working overtime at centre half forward now, the Bannockburn side, but an overrun there. Picked up for North Geelong towards half forward. Good body work there by Brown. Follows up quickly, gets a handball, intercepted there for Bannockburn by Watts, and the kick goes back towards centre wing. Up high there was Bryant, can't take the mark. Coming in as Padani, the two captains very prominent here in the contest. Now numbers are with North Geelong, and the kick goes back to the centre of the ground, and being in front, Brady Watts has taken the mark for North Geelong. Terrible kick off the boot. Young Jones had his back to the play there, and
Willard picked it up and kicked it to the centre of the ground, looking for his big fella Grossman. He took the mark, played on immediately, got one back, and hand passes straight to the North Geelong players. Picked out the captain there, Bryant. He goes round on the right foot. It stumped away down there by Connor Dillon. Did well in that situation, was caught behind, but rebounding. Brady Watts got a hand pass out of the pack for North Geelong, followed it up himself, picks up, kicks the ball, spinning towards half forward. High flyer wanted. Big fella was up in front, couldn't take them. He's been held by the arm, that fella there was Bibiano, was it? Held by the arm, no free kick paid. Comes back here, this is Brady Watts again, runs onto the football, comes onto his left foot this time, centres the ball into the corridor, but getting back, judging it beautifully, playing pretty well too. Ross Arnold takes the mark at centre half back for Bannock, kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. Grossman, a high flyer, couldn't mark. At ground level, Fletcher held out the hand pass. His teammates' kick's not too good. They're mucking around with it here, and Ross Arnold takes the mark at centre half back.
Let's see if we can get a score here. Ball centre half forward for Bannockburn, picked up there for North by Raffy. Goes back to centre half forward for North Geelong. Doing the roving work as Grossman does well. Gets a handball to the running player in Broom. Broom now skimming kick along the ground. Kick off the ground by North. Now it's back to advantage for the North Geelong side. Nice kick around the corner by Lansbury. It's picked up there. In fact, it's Lansbury's got the footy now. Runs to 50. Long kick to the full forward position. Oh, that's a magnificent effort.
Through.
And the ball hits the ground and bounces through. I'll just make sure. In fact, it was the captain in Jared Bryant. It was received from Lansbury. So terrific work. First score, second quarter has gone to North Geelong. Got a 5-1-31. They lead Bannockburn 2-3-15. And 5 individual goal kickers. Cookie for North.
Well, the coach will be happy with that, Peter, because you don't want to have all your eggs in the one basket, and you've got 5 individual goal kickers early in the second quarter.
Yep. Plenty of options there.
Back to the centre. Grossman to do the ruck work. Up he goes. Probably won that one down. Hand pass came out of the pack. Bannockburn got the numbers out wide. Couldn't quite see that. Might have been Willard. Bundled the ball up towards the half forward line. It went over the back of the pack. Cox is there. Taken away from him, but it's taken away by his teammate.
Raffy.
Showing plenty of place too. Raffy did well. Had a bounce. Kicked the ball towards the centre wing on the outer side of the ground.
teammate there in that'll be Lansbury, trying to kick up the footy, couldn't do so. There's a lot of players around the ball at the moment. Here comes Rathy again, he's followed up, kicked, toe poked it off the ground, got another 25 or 30 metres, high tackle on a teammate, must be rewarded, and I think it'll go to North Geelong. No, not rewarded. I thought it was going to be rewarded, the little fella that kicked the goal early on in Davey. But it's a boundary showing on the far side of the ground. It looks like Arnold might be going to do the ruck work here. He takes it into the air, Arnold does well, and kicks the ball towards half forward straight away before he got tackled. Well played, young man. To the half forward line it goes. Taken away here by Bryant. Chips the ball back into the corridor. His teammate Watts took the mark, tried to play on and get it across to Fletcher.
The umpire called play on.
The umpire called play on, said Eric, so we won't doubt that now. Working on at hard ground level was Fletcher, bumping the ball out of the pack. Taken away by Padani, was it? Got a little kick in for Bannockburn. Now Bannock have the numbers if they can gain possession, and they can do so. Ross Arnold having a terrific quarter. Kicks the ball long towards half forward, but didn't hit any targets. And that'll be 50 metres. Pushed to the ground after the mark was taken there at North Geelong player. And Toddy Elsie's picked the ball up and runs with it. And it wasn't a good kick there from Arnold. He's had plenty of the ball this quarter, Eric, but just missed the target a few times.
Elsie's picked the footy up. He's going to kick it.
I don't think it was his kick, was it? And the umpire is on the ball. Said it's Coxie's. So Jared Cox hand passes to Elsie, who wants the run. No, we're going to take 3 goes at this. Bit of a mistake here. He threw the ball at Cox, and Cox dropped it. Now will he hand pass? He runs past him. And now he hand passes to him. We're okay. The umpire's happy. We're all happy. Elsie now kicks the ball very long on that right foot down to the forward line. No mark was taken at ground level. Player tackle was DeBean, the big fella, got his hands on that ball in the marking contest, followed up, laid a tackle, and he's held the ball in. Well played, young man, and we'll have a ball up decision, probably 35, 40 metres out from goal. North Geelong in attack, they lead 5-1, 31 to 2-3, 15.
5 minutes gone, second quarter, tap down, went to advantage for Bannockburn. Front of our broadcast position, the kick is intercepted. He does well, young Fletcher. Kicks it along the boundary. Dear, the kick's not so good. Why would you go toward the boundary? You need to get back into the corridor. I guess there's no players in there. That's the reason. So Bannockburn in defence. They hold North up once again. The kick along the boundary line. Be a marking contest in front of our broadcast position. And as Cookie mentioned, Arnold having a fantastic quarter. Takes the mark for Bannockburn. Back into the corridor. That's where it needs to go. Mark and played on. Broom. Oh, dropping the ball. Well tackled there. Terrific tackle by Lansbury. And, there's been some terrific skills going on here as Lansbury chips the ball short. He's found Marnie. And Marnie now for North Geelong. True centre wing. Looking for options. Decides to go as long as he can towards half forward. I don't know about that choice because a nest of Bannockburn players are there. And the mark taken by O'Brien. Half-back flank for Bannockburn. He chips it wide. Well, he's gone back to a nest of North Geelong players. Good contest there. He does well. Biskin, tackle high, said the umpire.
Very well.
Good position. And a good decision by the umpire is Biskin now. Long kick along the boundary once again. Oh, fantastic mark by Hickleton.
Hickleton, didn't he float in from the side and took a beauty there. Judged it beautifully. Kicked the ball towards half forward. And he found his teammate, looks like Padani up there, takes the mark. He kicks the ball in towards the forward pocket. Marking target was on. No mark taken at ground level. Bannock had the numbers. Little hand pass come out of the pack. Another one comes back. Padani's kept running. He's got the ball in the pocket. Left foot kick in towards the goal square. It might even bounce through. It goes over the back. Heckleton's there. Goal umpire says it went over the line. It's 1 point only. Kicked by Rowan Padani. Good play. Kept coming after he got rid of the footy. Good follow-up football. Another minor score though to Bannockburn. They need to get it. Just kick the little ball a bit straighter.
So Elsie kicked to himself in the goal square, and now the long defensive kick well outside 50. Mark dropped there. Should have perhaps taken that Fletcher. Now there's a whistle on play. Which way is it going? It's going to Fletcher. So Fletcher for North Geelong. Half-back flank. Probably come along the boundary, I'd suggest. Along the defensive side. No, it goes back inboard, and that's very dangerous because the big fellow read that well, Grossman. Handball quickly to O'Brien, who's running, and now to half forward. But again, read well by Elsie. Takes the defensive mark for North Geelong.
They got out of trouble. Elsie now, he's got Fletcher loose again. He goes for him. This time Fletcher takes the mark. He dropped one a minute ago. Takes this one in the back pocket, half-back flank area, grandstand side. Around the boundary he goes. Not a bad kick either. He's picked out Armistead, who took the mark. Wanted to play on, got it back to Fletcher. Fletcher gives it over there to Bibiano. He needs to get rid of the ball in a hurry. Not effectively. Armisted's there. The big fella got a hand pass out of the pack. They might get out of this yet, North Geelong. They've got it up towards the centre wing. Jay Turner was involved in that bit of play there. Couldn't quite get it. Matty Watts got a hand pass, but taken away from him. Chipped back to it. Now it's right on the centre wing now. Fletcher was up in front. Couldn't take the mark. Got support at ground level, though. Charging through with Scott McKnight. He got it over the top of the pack. Here comes... Now the umpire's found a free kick, going to go the way of Bannockburn. Just off the ball there, Connor Dillon was pushed off the footy. That was the mistake of Brady Watts, and Dillon will relieve for Bannockburn.
So back into the middle of the ground, contest there. Oh, he did well. That was Brown for North Geelong. Now numbers will beat him as Bannockburn. Well, they all fall over. Handball came to Badani. He's tackled Lansbury. He picks up the crumb and goes inboard in 50. Good lead there from De Boon. Can't take the mark. But North, they've got numbers there. Can they capitalise on the numbers? They can't pick it up. A lot of nerves there as the kick goes towards the full forward position. Player held without the football. Umpire saw it. And Bannockburn in the last line of defence will take the free kick. Out wide, looking for Perkins. He takes the mark, half-back flank. So Perkins now just inside defensive 54, Bannockburn. Decides to go towards centre wing. 2-on-1 there. Numbers with North. Picked up a tackle without the football, but Grossman comes in to support his teammate for Bannockburn. Handball over the top to Dillon. Dillon now wide into the pass there of Padani, who's running. If he can get the his teammate got in the way, but the handball came to Arnold. He goes to the full forward position. Great kick, great lead. And
terrific play from the whole team there, right from the back line. They hardly missed the target. They ran in numbers, they got it together, and now they're going to have a shot at goal. And the number 18 Guernsey, Ben Lovett, is going to fire one at the goal mouth. Look, he needs to kick this.
He certainly does.
This will be a team lifter, because that was great play to get it up there. They had quite a few involved. North Geelong didn't touch the ball from the back pocket right to the forward pocket, and he goes for goal. The goal umpire's come back to the centre. I reckon he's kicked that. Bannockburn needed it, and Lovett didn't let him down. He put it through for their third goal. It's 5-1-31 to North Geelong. And Bannockburn, Eric's got it written down here. You're quicker than the scoreboard, Eric. Unbelievable. 3 goals, 4, which is 22. So the margin's back to 9 points.
Yes, so as Cookie said, magnificent team goal there from Bannockburn, and richly deserved the result because they took it the full length of the ground. North Geelong not able to touch the footy. There's a few interchanges being made. And
Warpill's just got a run there for Bannock. And young Jones, the son of Sid, young Sauce has come on. He's going to be picked up by Chris Willard down there in the back line for Bannockburn.
So 11 minutes gone, ball up again. Neither ruckman get a clear tap down. De Boon doing some ruck work, but picked up at ground level by Perkins for Bannockburn. They're making a bit of a comeback here. Hickleton leads in the race for the footy. A little bit too quick there for his opponent in Turner. Pushed very close to the boundary. Umpire said no, all's in order. The boundary umpire will control the situation as he picks the footy up and about to throw it in. Half forward flank for Bannockburn, kicking to the northern end in this second quarter. Glorious day for football. Tap down. Well, he does well. Padani, he's tackled, and umpire very late with the whistle. I'm not too sure which umpire was blowing the whistle. I'm not too sure who was in charge, but good work there by Bartlett. He goes long to the centre of the ground. De Boon can't take the mark. Butters up. Handball intercepted there as Bannockburn go forward once again. Terrific kick. Padani leads well. Good hands, this kid, and takes a great mark just inside forward 50. Kicks it to the head of the goal square. That's where it's got to go. Oh, Hickleton only put one arm up there, and pretty hard to mark him from there. But off hands, it's over the boundary line. 12 minutes gone in this second quarter. 5-1 North. Lead Bannockburn 3-4.
Bannockburn have lifted this term. Now, De Boon's having a bit of run of the ruck there at one stage for North Geelong. Here he is. He's going to do the ruck work right here and right now. Probably got it down too to a teammate, Brady Watts, who's got it away on his left foot. Out wide he goes, running back with the flight of the footy. Lee Perkins had a pretty good day this morning, in fact, and he takes the mark. Perkins squares the ball across the ground, sometimes dangerous. This time it's effective. Found his teammate there who's got the ball and kicks it into the forward zone. But Elsie, who's drifting back into defence quite a bit this quarter, takes the mark and holds up that Bannockburn thrust. Elsie goes out towards the centre, or half forward flank for Bannockburn, half back flank for North Geelong. The target, he wasn't a great kick because Bradley Greenwood was running at the footy, but he just kept drifting away from him. Got a hand on it, went out of bounds. Boundary throw in right in front of the grandstand, half forward flank area. for Bannockburn. They're in attack. They trail 3-4 to 5-1.
Bannockburn making a run at North here. They've got North under a bit of pressure from the boundary throw in, picked up by Greenwood. Hooked it around the body toward Jones on centre wing, attacks the footy, can't pick it up however. That was picked up for Bannockburn by Hose, goes towards half forward. Great mark at centre half back, that was Biviano. And he's getting some calls from on centre wing. Gee, he's gone very wide, but the man in front almost took the mark there, Willard for Bannockburn. Couldn't control it however, off his hands, it's over the boundary line. 13.5 minutes gone, second quarter, 9 points in it. North Geelong in front, throw in on centre wing, tap down comes to Arnold. Great quarter he's had, handballs to advantage to his team, follows up himself, can't pick the footy up, gets some support there from Biskin and goes to half forward. Oh, there's terrific mark and play on, handball ends up in the arms of Turnley. His high kick, well, it's marked to advantage. A couple of players in my view there. It looks like Padani to me.
It's Padani again.
He's having a great quarter, isn't he? And in fact, he's had a great half, Padani. He's leading from the front, the captain.
I think he's too far out on too much of an angle to try and kick this goal, but I think to the hot spot's the place to go. Hickleton gives him a lead, then doesn't. He knows he's going to put it into the goal square, so he'll run about 5 metres. Now Padani right on the boundary line, gets under it, kicks it long, kicks it high and straight right to the goal mouth. Didn't get through. The ball, I think Cox might have been, get the kick out of defence, out towards the back pocket area. Fletcher's out there, Watts. Got a hand pass, and he needs to get a hand pass. He's tackled. The umpire said it was held into him. Bit lucky there. Got away with it. We'll have a ball up, probably about 35, 40 metres out from goal. Bannockburn attacking on the outer side of the ground.
Might have been lucky. It was all on the blind side of the umpire. He didn't make much attempt to get rid of it.
No, he had the glasses on that. He made no attempt whatsoever.
So ball in the air. Forward pocket for Bannockburn. Lovely tap down by Biskin. Player trip there at Watts for North Geelong will get the free kick in the back pocket. About to, thinking about going across the face of goal. That's dangerous. He's not too sure where he wants to go. Now the umpire calls play on, so he goes along the boundary. That's the safe way, but numbers there with Bannockburn and Arnold again. He's really excelling in this quarter. Drives the ball back into the forward 50 for Bannockburn. Numbers there, contested mark. Neither paid by the umpire, and at ground level, handball comes out for North from Turner. The great contest, still inside forward 50 for Bannockburn. Now a kick off the ground by Rathy for North Geelong. Back to the centre of the ground. Now there's a foot race on as, Jones just zones off. He's left a fair job there for the North Geelong captain in Bryant, and the handball's gone back into the corridor for Dillon. Dillon there, long kick. Oh, intercepting that well and reading it well was Fletcher for North Geelong. Plays on quickly.
He bursts through the centre of the ground. Fletcher lines up and goes for half forward, but the kick wouldn't have enough carry on it. And backing back, taking the mark, Aaron Fry. Just took that relieving one, the big fella down there at centre half back. He kicked the ball a bit sideways for mine. I think the shortest way home is the way to go in this tight contest. Kicked it out... was aiming for the far side centre wing. It didn't get there. Hand pass come over the top. Here's a little fella come on the ground in Lansbury. It is. He's been on the ground all the time. His kick is much better. That is better, and it's marked by his teammate. Jones is standing near him.
Greenwood, I think.
We'll get a look at him in a minute. Eric's got it right again. Greenwood has taken the mark on the end of it. It was a good kick, wasn't it?
It was a good kick.
Put it in front of him. Let him run over it.
Well weighted, wasn't it?
I just.
Well, this will be handy cooking. 17 minutes. They need a steadier.
When Fry had the ball at centre half back here, went sideways. I think straight down the ground was the way to go there because.
Good call.
And it wasn't a good option anyway. There was a one-on-one situation. That way, you just should kick it long. Anyway, Greenwood comes in and has a stab at this, and he kicked it. It's a great kick. His teammate in the goal square knew straight away. Go running out. So another one on the board to North Geelong there, 6-1-37. Great kicking, leading Bannockburn 3-4-22. So the margin's got out to 15 points again.
And the bonus here for North Geelong, 6 individual goal kickers. So they're sharing it around at the 17.5 minute mark. So another goal would be crucial, Cal, late in the second quarter. Either way.
Oh, well, that's right. If North happen to get the next one, Eric, I think you'll find that Bannockburn are going to start having some thoughts about this half time.
So back in the middle. 17.5 minutes gone. Umpire to put the ball into play once again as it goes up. Grossman's rucked unchanged for the whole of the first half. At ground level, strong tackle there from Bannockburn and spilled the ball out. He's done very well on that occasion as Grossman, as it comes to Bartlett. He falls, gets a handball away though as he's falling to ground, and there's the captain Bryant, goes towards half forward Elsie, just a little bit too strong the kick, and he can't quite reach it before it hits the ground, and it's drifted over the boundary line 25-30 metres from the behind post. North in their attacking zone at the 18-minute mark of this second quarter.
Got to work hard now, Eric, don't
They do.
They?
So a few changes being rung by the North hierarchy as the ball comes to the front of the pack there. Stacks on the mill. Umpire said, I'll have it, and the ball will go in the air once again. So the ball about 30 metres out from the North Geelong goal. 18.5 minutes gone. DeBoon, lovely tap down there. It's at ground level. Elsie, just a little toe poke through the pack along the ground. Bannockburn desperately trying to keep the ball in there. Umpire's given them the benefit of the doubt, and near 19 minutes. I guess North the only option to score with a minute to go in the quarter.
Bannockburn will be trying to just get another ball up or force it to the fence. Up they go. DeBoon done all the rucking this quarter. Got one over the shoulder. Now he's paid a free kick. It's gone DeBoon's way. I thought that was on in the ruck contest. Called that, and DeBoon's going to have a shot with about 50 seconds to go in the quarter.
Well, he might upset the statistics here. He's already kicked a goal. Might be the first in the game to kick two.
Yeah, well, I'm tipping the coach. The coach of North Geelong, Troy Elzinga, is hoping very much for him to kick this goal. He's played all right this quarter to Done some good work in the ruck. Comes in now. He's an awkward wobbly left foot kick, and he kicked the goal. He almost stopped and stood still. It was almost a seagull goal. He stood on one leg and just threw the other one at it there. But I tell you what he did, what he was doing, he put it through.
Yes, great goal, and very handy. Takes North Geelong to 7-1-43, leading Bannockburn 3-4-22, and within 10 seconds of the half-time siren, a magnificent effort for North.
Yeah, crucial goal.
You know, Bannockburn have worked really hard to get their goals.
Yes.
And they get it close, and then all of a sudden, as you say, in 3 minutes, and there it is.
Yeah, so there it is, the half-time siren sounds, and at half-time the score reads North Geelong 7-1-43, leading Bannockburn 3-4-22. Goal kickers to half-time for North Geelong. DeBoon has kicked two, and the following one each: Bryant, Greenwood, Watts, Davey and Lansbury. Single goal kickers for Bannockburn: Padani, Lovett and